morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Charisse, and today I want to talk about how basically kindness is not always the answer, and that you don't always have to be a nice person. Okay, I am probably one of the nicest people I personally know and have met, but there are people out there who would savagely disagree with this statement, who have created stories in their minds about me being this horrible person because I stood up to them or was not nice to them at some point. I know on my channel I talk a lot about homelessness and being kind and compassionate to the homeless community as well as addicts on the street. I just want to say that I do recognize that a lot of people have had very traumatizing experiences with homeless people as well as addicts. I hear you and I see you, and when I am talking so much about like being kind and not being judgmental and not being an asshole to these types of people, also taking into account that there are a lot of people that are going through traumas that I have no idea about when it comes to these types of people. I personally have been going through a very depressive episode for about 3 weeks, and I am coming out of it very strongly. I'm very proud to say, very, very glad to be able to share that with you guys. But one of the deep insecurities and triggers that I was processing during that depressive episode was feelings of worthlessness and just low self-confidence from my own self being homeless. If this is your first time on my channel, I live out of my 4Runner. I actually just recently got a part-time job as a housekeeper at this like spiritual healing center. I am so excited. So excited and so grateful to be able to share that. If you've been following me for a while, you probably know how much of a struggle I've been having with my mental health around not finding a job and financial difficulty. So I am going to be actually moving into this center, and I will not be staying in my car for however long that this situation works out for me. But so now back to the topic of this. If you have been traumatized by people who are addicts or homeless, whether on the street or living out of their vehicle, if you've been through some type of traumatizing situation or some type of situation that has made you biased against certain peoples like that, I understand. I totally understand. I am still triggered by certain things in my own life, and it is not my place to judge you. And when I'm creating these videos, I realize that a lot of the things that I say can be very triggering to other people or can make you feel like you are being judged because I don't know where you've been. And I just want to say that that is not the purpose of any of these. That is not the purpose of anything that I share on this. I am not in a place to judge anybody. Even people who are judging other people, that is not my place. And I'm not a perfect person, and I will say that there are plenty of times that I do judge people. I do. We all do it all the fucking time. I'm not a nice person all the fucking time. So I don't know what you've been through, and I know personally when you experience traumatizing things in life, who knows how long it is going to take for you to process and heal that trauma. It is not my place to put out a timeline for you to heal that and for you to change that and release that bias and that trigger and that trauma. That's not my place. I'm still healing from my own shit. So you know what? Like, I do understand sometimes certain things take time. So I just want to say that in this video because I've been so like intense, like, stop being an asshole to homeless people kind of a thing. But I do want to say that I do recognize that a lot of people who are biased against a certain community of people are biased for a specific reason. And basically what I am trying to spread with my messages is deeper love and understanding for people that you do not know. If you have been traumatized, like I said, I understand. I don't know. I don't necessarily understand exactly what you're going through or what you've been through in that situation. And I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. But I do understand that it takes each person their own amount of time to move on from and heal certain things. And a lot of times, sometimes the traumatizing situations that we go through are necessary for us to create deeper boundaries. So maybe some of the reasons that you are towards certain people are because of very firm boundaries that you've had to learn to have to keep. So once again, I'm not judging anybody by what I'm saying in these videos. I actually do have a deep sense of compassion as well towards other people who have been hurt by this specific community of people, and a lot of people have. I also just want to say that I am not in any way or form condoning addiction when I talk about how difficult it is to overcome addiction. When I am saying this, I am not saying that it's okay. I mean, it's not my business to judge people who are going through addiction because I don't know what they've been through, like I talk about in other videos. Other people do not know what I've been through, and I've received a lot of judgment myself towards being a homeless person, and I am actually a very genuine, kind-hearted girl who is actually extremely trustworthy and loving. But I am not condoning addiction, and I also want to say that there are so many people who have overcome addiction, lifelong overcome addiction. There are some people who have overcome addiction and gone back into it and overcome it again. Any person who has overcome a addiction knows that it is possible. So yes, it is very difficult. I have no idea what certain people have been through, and it might be like ridiculously, almost seemingly impossible to overcome certain addictions, but I also know that it is possible because I have seen it in people. I know people who have overcome addiction. I hear about people on my channel who comment, who talk about overcoming addiction. It is possible. Healing is possible. If you are watching this video and you are dealing with some type of addiction, I just want to encourage you right now and tell you that you are completely capable of changing. You are completely capable of overcoming any addiction that you are going through or that you have gone through. Okay? I am not condoning addiction when I spread love towards addicts or spread love to the homeless. I am not condoning addiction, but I am saying that I am sending you an immense amount of love and support in overcoming that, and I hope that someday you do. And if you do not, I am not going to sit here and judge you for that because I don't know what you've been through. And I know personally how difficult it is to overcome addiction. So, that being said, guys, you do not always have to be a nice person. There have been times where I have probably seemed like a judgmental asshole towards addicts or other homeless people. When I'm in a mental state, I remember very specifically this one instance where I was not doing very well, and this meth addict tweaker starts walking up to my car, and I know he's trying to spange, and I just look at him and I'm like, please leave me alone. I cannot do this right now. I'm sorry, but like, just leave me alone. And that's me admitting, guys, like, I think a lot of people have done this before. I've had people do this to me before, so it hurts, and I get it, and I saw the pain in his face, But I also did not have the time or the energy at that point to deal with somebody who was obviously in a severe state that he was not even fully present. So I understand. I am not making judgments towards anybody out there who deals with not being nice all the time. Nobody is. It's okay. Anger is a normal human emotion. I just want to say that right now. Anger is a totally normal human emotion. Hi, guys. This is a little bit of Gus, guys. A little special treat. Just spit. Hi. I also want to say, if somebody is treating you badly, you don't ever have to put up with that. Ever. You don't have to be nice to people just because, turn the other cheek. I was raised in the church, and that was kind of the way that I was taught, even though I don't think that my parents ever actually did that themselves. And I just believed in this kind of deeper sense of love and just kind of always taking shit from people, which led me into abusive relationships. And I just want to say, you don't have to do that. Get the fuck out of here. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. I realize that having boundaries and standing up for yourself can be very difficult, especially if you are a people pleaser. I was a people pleaser for a long time. I am still kind of a people pleaser sometimes. I would say that I have created more of a balance where I try to be more loving and compassionate and kind and meeting people's needs while also not overstepping my own personal boundaries and still being able to meet my needs. So I have created more of a balance in that. I think that you can be a people-pleasing type of person and have a healthy balance with that. But stop letting people treat you like trash. Stop letting people treat you like trash. If you got a homeless person just sitting there screaming at you, threatening to hit you with a fucking bat, like, I am not saying, like, don't judge that person, be nice to them. Get the fuck out of there, dude. They're threatening your life. No. Just to be clear, guys. Just to be clear. I may be all about love and kindness and compassion, but I realize that there are times and periods where you have to bring other things into play as well. So, alright, you guys. I feel like this video is like, the title is so different from like pretty much everything that I talk about on this, but at the same time it's just like perfectly in line with the vibe as well. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my video. Please do like and subscribe below if you have not already. It helps my channel grow, and I am so excited that I get to be here and sharing with you guys. This is honestly one of my favorite things that I do. It's become one of my favorite hobbies, just sharing my thoughts with the world. Please remember, I am a growing person. I'm 29 years old. I'm young. I have so much life ahead of me, so much learning to do. I'm actually considering taking a little bit of time off after I take this video. Today is December 14th, I think, and I think I might take a little break from filming videos because the place I'm at in life, I feel like I am kind of rearranging a lot of my beliefs, my thoughts about myself and my life and all of that, just rearranging a lot of things around where I feel like I am going to be transforming a bit of my message that I'm putting out there. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of time to really just work on myself and see what areas that I want to change in myself and in my message that I give to the world. I am changing all the time. I am changing all the fucking time. Thank you for being here in my journey as I go through these ups and downs. Oh man, I'm so excited to be busting out of my depressive episode. Depressive episodes are not my favorite season of growth, but you know what? Sometimes they're necessary. And I appreciate you guys for sticking around and for all the encouragement that you've given me throughout this. I am just learning how to be more and more patient with myself through each of these seasons, the ups and the downs, as well as the changes in my own beliefs, because sometimes there are things that I share on here, and even days, even weeks later, sometimes I'm like, wow, I really wish I could have said that differently, or I actually want to change something that I said in that, or I don't actually stand by that as much as I did when I said that. So recognize, guys, I am a changing and growing person every single day, and anything that I say on this channel is not to be taken as absolute truth. I believe that everything under the sun, everything that you hear should probably be taken with a grain of salt. I believe that there are individual truths in each of us, and if you want to know what is right for you and what is best for you, you already know. It's already in there, and your truth might be very different from somebody else's, from mine. So just because I am saying it does not mean that it is 100%. Like I said, I'm learning and I'm growing as I go, and I'm just excited and grateful to have this channel to share on, because the more that I am creating videos, the more I am able to see how much I've grown just in the past 7 or 8 months. I think that's when I posted my first video. I have grown so much since then, so ridiculously much, and I am honestly so proud of myself for how much I've grown. There are some things that I would like to have grown in a different direction with, I think, but you know what? I made the choices that I made, and I am so far from a perfect person. So ridiculously far from a perfect person. I think it's cool how having this outlet to share on allows people to connect with different versions of myself. So maybe this is the video that you found yourself coming to watch first, and maybe you're connected to a much older video that I actually don't resonate with anymore, but you might find yourself resonating with that and creating deeper growth and healing in yourself just because I shared that, even though maybe that's not where I'm at anymore. So thank you guys for being here once again. Please do like and subscribe. I hope that you have an amazing and beautiful day.